silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Today for lunch is chili cheese hot dogs with pork and beans, French fries, carrots, grapes, or peaches.
The quote of the week is, knowledge is knowing what to say, but wisdom is knowing whether or not to say it.
And now let's send it over to the announcements. Today's National Day is Veterans Day.
Thank you, veterans. What is a veteran? A veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces. Every U.S. veteran has served in one of the 5 branches of the armed forces: the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Each branch has a different job to do. For example, the Army mostly works on land. The Air Force works in the sky. People in the Air Force fly planes and helicopters. People in the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard all spend a lot of time at sea. But they can have other jobs too. For example, some people in the Navy fly jets. The branches are separate, but they often work together. They might work as a team to rescue someone who is hurt at sea. The President of the United States is in charge of all the branches. Under the Constitution, the President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day. We honor men and women who have served in the armed forces. We honor veterans because they trained hard to do their jobs. Some were medics and helped people who were hurt. Some drove tanks. And some people even worked on submarines. All of them were brave. You might know a veteran. Maybe someone in your family or in your neighborhood is a veteran. We can say thank you to veterans every day of the year. But Veterans Day is an especially great time to do it. Thank you, veterans.
Today's birthday is Emily Ellis. Happy birthday!
Don't forget about the virtual book fair that ends November 19th.
Also, make sure to bring canned food to the Lorena Food Pantry tomorrow. And now let's send it over to the sports.
Tomorrow is another girls' basketball game at home against Tennis Spring. Good luck, girls. And the scores from last week's basketball game: 7B1, 7A lost, but it was a close fight. 8B won and AA won. Good job, girls. And now let's send it to the weather.
Today's weather is mostly sunny with a high of 74 and a low of 53. Now let's send it over to our special.
November 11th is Veterans Day. Americans honor veterans, people who have served or currently serve in the U.S. military. What makes November 11th special? On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the battles of World War I ended. The Allied countries and Germany called a truce, also known as an armistice, and November 11th became known as Armistice Day. The following year, President Woodrow Wilson asked Americans to mark the anniversary of Armistice Day with a moment of silence in gratitude to the soldiers who had fought for peace. Americans did that and more. They held parades and other gatherings all across the country to publicly thank the World War I veterans. In 1954, Congress changed the holiday's name from Armistice Day to Veterans Day to recognize all soldiers who serve in war or peace. Today, there are more than 23 million veterans in the United States. Do you know any veterans? How do you thank them?
Hello, Lorena Leopards. I am Wes Mullins, and I served in the United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi, from 2005 to 2009 as a supply administration specialist. I joined the military because I wanted to serve a higher purpose than myself and the needs of others. Being a veteran and an American means that I am not just a citizen of a country or a certain branch of the military, but I am a citizen of an ethos and a member of a community. Our American ethos is one that unites around and celebrates liberty, equality, and diversity. Being a veteran reminds me that I do not just share in that ethos, but that there is a cost to maintain it, a cost of sacrifice and service on the behalf of others. That cost is paid for our families, our neighbors, our friends, our country, and also those outside of it who share in the same ethos and seek freedom from oppression. Being a veteran is a call to serve and protect a people and their ethos. This call may begin at a swearing-in ceremony, but continues for a lifetime, as no veteran has ever sworn out of this call. It is my great honor and privilege to have served and to continue serving our nation and the ethos of liberty. Happy Veterans Day.
My name is Ronnie Foyt, and I was in the U.S. Army from 1967 to 1973 during the Vietnam War. I joined because the draft was going on back then, and I didn't want to get drafted, so I joined. And also my dad and a lot of my uncles were in World War II, and I was just real proud of them, so I wanted to get in on some of the action there. It's such a great country. It's the reason I joined. I just want to keep the U.S. citizens safe, and also I want things to really work out well for my children, great children, and great grandchildren. And thank you.
We're here with Riley, and we will be asking her what types of sacrifices do veterans make?
Veterans sacrifice their time, family, and life for America. They give us their protection and fight for not just mine, but everyone's freedom.
Thank you. Today we are here with Miss Garvin, and we are going to be asking her, how is your life impacted by the service of military veterans?
Well, I served 8 years in the Navy during the Gulf War. I never went to war, but I just feel such a sense of pride having served my country. And I've made some wonderful friendships, and I have learned a lot. I was a medic in the Navy, so I was an EMT. And some of the benefits that we receive, of course, are medical and a chance for our child to attend college at no cost because we did serve in the military. And then, of course, just the things that, are freedom. Get to live where you want to live and work where you want to work and marry who you want to marry. And you don't get to do those things in other countries.
Thank you.
I asked my grandpa's best friend today as we were leaving Good Man's Wake, what kept your buddies for so many years? He said, son, we were there. We were there. We were the sons of liberty, fought side by side on the sands of Normandy when duty called. Him and I, we did our share. Yes, son, we were there. See, we were brothers, brothers in arms, from the battlefield back to neighbors on the farm. You had to be there, son, to really understand what it means to serve your fellow man. We were there when Martin Luther had his dream. We were there, saw JFK, heard the siren scream. We were there for our sons in Vietnam. We were there for this great land. There was the day liberty cried. We saw the towers crashing down as 3,000 heroes died. We stood as one, never to fear. And yes, son, we were there.
It's a great